So hi everyone, I hope my screen is visible to all of you. So basically the thing is ke who did it, how it happened over there, it doesn't matter. But the thing is ke there are certain things that mm, really give us a chance to, discuss about it, that we can find that how we can modify it, and we can go towards the perfection, right? So basically, and one more thing, these phone numbers and these email IDs are intentionally kept in such a way that it looks like a hidden section, because this video should not disclose someone's personal details. But I think this name doesn't makes this kind of thing any specific, it doesn't indicate any such specific person, right? So first of all, there is the initial tracking set, right? Here is the candidate name, and uh, once we use this sort of thing, this Google form, usually the each and every entry we do it over there, we usually put the phone numbers and then we proceed with the system, whatever the entry, the required entry here, we usually do it for that purpose. Yes, obviously, as discussed earlier, okay, phone number and email IDs are not, sorry, not the phone number, this candidate name and email ID, you don't have to put it out, right? This is absolutely correct. But when we are dealing with this set, this orange colored set, this initial tracking set, we have to mention this thing, this name and email ID. The thing is, the set is constructed in such a way based on this name and phone numbers, and this section, this position and year of experience. There we generate a unique ID for these people, and usually we use it to rename their resumes. So if we don't put their name, it would be a challenge for us to rename their resumes. This is the first thing. And the second thing is, suppose just consider this case. Okay, there is a entry like this thing. There is an entry for this candidate. Suppose there is a phone number mentioned over there, right? So based on this, we count it as a unique value, and we are trying to uh, find who is the person about whom the entire details are written over here. Usually we do it by going back to this initial tracking sheet, and we press the Control F, and using this thing, this number, we usually find it out. So okay, there is another problem. I will show it to you. It was intentionally kept over there. Let's So we got it. K. This is the we used a dummy number over there, and once we put it, so this is the, I mean, it's marked in a green color by default of this Chrome setting, and we can easily find it out, right? So suppose we are taking some other number over there. Let's go to this section, and suppose there is a number like, here is the number written over there. If we go to this initial tracking section and try to find it out, what will happen? It will show it, yes, there is a, this is the highlighted section. So based on this number, this is the candidate. This is how we usually find it about the candidate name and the candidate email ID. So based on this, we can find it out. Okay, there is a person over there mentioned over there. Okay, this is the phone number, and we usually go to this initial tracking system, and we will press this find option by Control V. It will show it where it is, and based on this, we find it out. Okay, which one is the candidate name? What all are the details? But if we don't mention this name over there, If in case this name was missing over there, based on this phone number, it would be a challenge for us to find even the email ID and the number and name as well. Even though this there is a code mentioned over there for this resume, we cannot find it out. So for this case, suppose let's consider this as an example for this Ahmed Nabi. So Ahmed Nabi probably a candidate over there, and let's not consider Ahmed Nabi. There is a candidate like this one, like right. So usually we use this code over there, this resume code, and we go to this section. This we have a shared folder over there that we usually use, where we press this Control F. Based on this, once we click over there, uh, just give me a moment. Let's take some other option. Mm, let's suppose take this one. Where is the code? Here. Once we copy it, Control C and go it over there, and suppose that like this. Why it's not happening? There is a reason. Might be. I think yes, I am in a right database. So suppose I'm searching it like this. Once I paste it over there, this resume code, it usually I mean indicates that this is the resume based on this name, so we can find it out. But if we mention only the phone number over there, I mean for this state, this is the resume finding way. Let's not talk about this anymore. We will discuss it in some other discussion. So if there is no such name over there, we cannot even cross verify whether it's a perfect resume or not. So every time we need to mention it over there. Okay, this is the person, and here is the resume code that we can find it out. So for this initial tracking sheet, this phone number, sorry, this uh, candidate name, email ID, and this section, this this experience year and position applied, for which position this candidate applied. These are the mandatory fields whenever we put the entries inside the initial tracking. And on the other hand, when we deal with this kind of thing, this form, Google form, then this phone number will work for us. So then what is the actual reason over there? So when we try to find out any such candidate from here, suppose I want to find this candidate out. So there might be a multiple candidates having this similar name like Umar Ansari, but the phone number must be a unique one. This is a universal unique number inside certain country. So I just want to copy it out. Let's take an example. Control C, just copy this any of these phone number, but here is the phone number without the country code, and here is the phone number like this is with the country code. Let's copy the with, I mean phone number with the country code. Even though this without country code will also work, let's go to this initial tracking system, and once we try to find it out using this, so this is the highlighted one. So once we use it, so okay, just do one thing, let's find it out. So this is the highlighted one. So this is the Umar Ansari whom I'm trying to find it out, right? So this is not like that. Okay, this there are multiple Umar Ansaris, and uh, we will get confused over the with the name only, Umar Ansari. But with this phone number, we can easily find him out. So this is the process. And one more thing we usually do. Okay, suppose let's consider. Okay, let's do one thing. Suppose there is a this. Okay, not, let's not do it in this state. Let's go to this state, and there is a Umar Ansari's phone number. So suppose there is a phone number mentioned over there. Okay, and usually for this cell that we can follow over there, we usually use this phone number without country code. The reason is Okay, if we use the same format, it will show it to me, okay, okay, you have already worked with this Umar Ansari, this phone number, so this is already strike through. So if I remove this one, see, the cell number is 6 over there, which is already striked out. So if I remove it from this section, let's delete it. So you can see this number 6 is already marked as a simple cell value that we have already previously colored it over there. But the moment we put this value over here, this sheet will automatically show us this is the repeated candidate. So if you are trying to do, discuss anything, just go back and check the background details first, at what you have already done with this candidate, and then you just proceed with this one. So this is the process. And one more thing, that there is Umar Ansari and against. Now why it's important to mention this thing, this sort of thing, okay, this mentioning this name on the initial tracking sheet. The thing is, for this analysis set, G2 analysis set, we don't every time go over there and put their name, email ID, copy and pasting. We don't do it, because if I start copying, if I choose this copy paste one, I have to do it for each and every cell. But we usually do it like this. Okay, suppose we use this VLOOKUP formula over there, equals to VLOOKUP, then oops, sorry, what happened? Okay, it automatically just considered this formula. But what we usually do it, we usually use a formula over there, use the VLOOKUP, then the lookup value would be this cell, this particular cell, and from which table range we want to find this value. This is that this initial tracking sheet. From this set we usually mention this, where it is, initial tracking sheet, we usually mention this table range, from which table range you want to find it out, and then this row number, from which row number we want to find it out, and then true or false. False is the this is the approximate match, and if we keep it as true, then it would provide the exact match. If we use this +91 number over there, then only it will work, otherwise it will not never work, right? So that's why you use this formula. So as of now, let's not understand this much thing about here. And once we start dragging it out over there, as of now they are showing it as KNA, because there are no such phone numbers mentioned over there. If let's do one thing. Suppose there are few phone numbers mentioned over there, so it will do it automatically. You can see that I didn't copy any of these names over there. Okay, 1 2 3, these names, and they have given me this values over there. So not every time I need to copy it and paste it over there. So automatically, just by dragging this cell over there, it will provide me the entire name. So this is the formula this is the process we usually follow while dealing with the data, right? So these are the reasons we need to update this initial tracking sheet with the name only, right? So this is the first thing that we just wanted to discuss it over there. So yes, this is a major problem, that's why I marked it as a yellow in color. And the second thing, that there is a one more interesting thing over there that I must mention it over. Okay, suppose while entering this data, what happened? Okay, someone just typed it like how should I show it to you? Okay, someone just uh, while entering this data, someone typed it like this, +91, then there was a space and the phone number 8637368350. So while working with data, these two phone number look similar, but they are not same. If we dial up this 86373683, if we dial up this number, then it will connect to the similar person, but in terms of data these two numbers are not same, because there is a extra space over there and everything is known as the characters. So there is one extra character which is space in between these two numbers. So if I try to find it out as an exact match for this number and it was printed like this without a space, this control F will never, I mean, it will not work perfectly. I'm sorry, Gabe, this find option might work accurately, but this Vlookup function will not work. That I earlier showed it to you. Okay, how we used to copy this name and the emails from other sheets. These type of formula will never work. So for this we need a exact match. So we need to remove this space, right? So this is the first thing. So okay, just give me a moment. So there is, while entering this form there was a mistake that we have put a space over in between this country code and this thing, this phone number. Suppose what happened, okay, even though we write it like this only phone number, again this is these three things are not similar. I hope it's already clear to you. If we don't put this country code over there, it would not be able to drag the values. We found that there was a, I mean, just go to the set, this one. While okay, so there we noticed that three among four of these names, three of them were copied over there, but one remain as NA. This happened just because of this sort of problem. Either there was a extra space or even the country code was not mentioned for this thing. Now one more thing I would prefer to discuss over there. Suppose by mistake we have written it, just we were there in Rust, we were having our calls. I mean, there are, I mean, just due to any such urgency, we have mentioned it like this, and later we want to update it as +91, like right. So let's increase this thing. I think it would be more visible to you. Suppose I'm trying to put this +91 over there and hit the enter. It would not show it like this, the similar one, this +91. It would reflect like this. Even though I have written over there a plus sign in front of this thing, it would not be reflected. Why? The reason is, this plus sign, this is a special characters plus, and these are the numbers. So we are combining a special character and the numeric values. So this is not the way to, I mean, merge up to different number format in Excel or even to over the Google Sheets, right? So for this I mean doing this, we usually do what we usually do, we write it inside a double inverted comma, this plus sign, and put a amp, I mean this and sign, or the amp, yes, this and sign. And once we hit the enter button, then you can find, okay, this is the, now this phone number is written as +91. So just to merge up these two things, this country code, usually we prefer to do it in this way. We prefer to write it as this. We prefer to write it as +91 inside this double inverted comma, and then put the and the actual phone number without the country code. This is how we prefer to do it. It will reflect this +91 and this thing. Now you will say, okay, what is the difference between these two things? Okay, if I put this 91 now, you said, okay, 91 is a numeric value, so we can put it over there and remove this 91 from here and only keep this special character inside this to make it as a string value, right? So yes, we can do it. So it will reflect the same thing, but why we prefer to use this +91 as a separate one? Okay, sometimes we need to differentiate the country code and the this thing, this actual phone number. We never we usually do it in this way. Let me show it to you. So for a particular cell, this cell number is 126, I mean F126. We usually put it like this. Okay, mention this plus 91. We cannot write it as plus 91. We have to put it equal sign, then start it with plus 91 and put, I mean, close the those double inverted comma. Now there is the phone number written as plus 91 over there, and now here are the phone numbers. Like, just for an example, consider, okay, these are the phone numbers. Just for the sake of sake of this moment, just consider, let's type, someone have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, 10 it's as a phone number. Someone have, sorry, 10 7 2 3 4 5 9 10. So these are the things. Some other person have, okay, let's take one. Yes, I think there are 10 numbers. So now I want this as a, this sort of thing. Okay, let's convert it in such a way that it comes with with this country code. We don't ever every time, because there might be hundreds of thousands of number over there. It's a hectic process to go over there and put it like plus like adding this plus 91 and putting a ampersand for each and every time. It would become a hectic process, because now we are dealing with only three data, but there would be hundreds of data. So for that purpose, we usually use a formula over there. This is concatenate. Concatenate means merging two data over there, right? So what we do, we usually use a formula like un catenate. Okay, now it will recommend you to do this. You can simply click it over there, and it will definitely start with a equal sign at the first. Then there would be a bracket, and inside this bracket you need to mention the first number that will come. Like this plus 91 would be the first one, and the second one. See, this is the thing. Now hit this enter button over there. Go, and it will ask me that whether you want to do the same thing for each and every one. I will say it as yes. But the thing is, you told me just once we use this sort of formula, uh, we don't have to go every time and change it over there. Put this plus 91, everything would be updated. But why this? Uh, this I mean this rest of the numbers are not even updated over here. This is related to this cell reference one, relative reference and the absolute reference. What is it's happening over there? Okay, see, it's considering the first value as F126, and the second value F126 means this one, and the second value is G126. G126 means this number. This is the cell value. And once we click over there, we can check the cell value from here, this section. Uh, so this interface will look like this for you, because I just dragged it out to show it in a bigger way. But this is the actual interface. I hope it's visible to you. On the left hand corner, there is a, value mentioned over there. When we click on, any particular cell, it shows us the cell number. When we select a range over there, it will show us the entire range from which one to which one, right? So these are the Google Sheet, or the even the this Excel cell numbers. This thing, this part, I think it's visible to you. When we click inside one cell. This is the one cell selected, this is the cell number, and I just selected our entire range over there. So the entire range is mentioned. So F26, what is the F26? F26 is this first cell value of this range, this selected range, and this last cell, which is J and 133, this is the J, sorry, this is the J column, and the row number is 133, and the this junction point is J133, and this is the end value from this section to this section. So entire, this is how it works like matrix. So this is the last cell. These two numbers are mentioned over there to identify this entire Google Sheets or the Excel sheets over there. Right. Now let's come back to this topic that we started over there. Okay, the problem is not yet solved over here. Okay, not every time this +91 is mentioned, but we tried to do it in one go without entering this +91 for each and every time. That thing is happening over there because, see, here is the cell number as F126. This means this cell number, and this is the G126. For this cell, it concatenates both of the cells. But this thing will work in two ways. Either I have to drag it out the entire thing for this 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Every time I have to drag it out, okay, that it provides a similar value for the other cells, or simply you can do one thing, you can select the entire cells sorry, and you can press the Control D button from the keyboard. It works similar for this thing. Control D is just like flash fill, whatever the selected on the first cell of this selected range, it will reflect to the other cells where you have already selected. This we can use this Control D as a for this flash cell. Now you see this formula is concatenated over there, this F127 and G127. G127. Now you will tell, okay, previously you told, okay, no, I want to mention this +1 inside one single cell, and based on this I want to concatenate this one and this, when this one with this one, this one with this one, this one with this one. I don't want to write every time +91 for this cell, because this is a waste of the space, and why should I write it like this? I don't want to do this. I want to mention only once that for each of this there would be a like prefix which is +91. So we can do it. Just we need to do one thing. Okay, what happens when we drag it down? Na, it happens. Okay, it increases +1 row by default. So for this cell, this Google Sheets or the Excel, they automatically increases. This is the row number. So this, they increase this row number by 1. That's why it's concatenating. Now it's showing this formula. This formula is concatenating this first part and the second part by this concatenated formulas are happening over there, right? So what we need to do for this formula, we have to fix it over there. Once we select this and press this F4 button from the keyboard, it will happen, okay, it will fix this cell. Okay, whenever we drag it down, it will only change it like, see, this is F126 and G126. Now see, just using this F4 button from the keyboard, this F26 means this cell became fixed, but this cell is working as the previous row plus one row, that becomes G127. This was G126, this is G127. This is how it's happening. That's why every time it was updated over here, right? So this is the one way. If you want to remove this thing, you can again select it and press this F4 button as well. And see, now it happened कि it's like F126 के पहले एक dollar है. There is a dollar before 126 only, not before this F. That means for whensoever we drag it down, this one will also work. The reason is 126, this row number would always be fixed. and by default in this case this f is also fixed over there. So if I drag this similar formula it will work, but this type of formula where this dollar sign is not present in front of this f, it will not work when we drag it in a in this either in the right hand side or in the left hand side. This formula will never work because there is a reference uh, where only these things are this mm, this sorry this uh, row value is fixed over there. But if we want to drag it on this right side and left side, both the sides, and top and bottom, oops, top and bottom in any of the in either we can drag it up, drag it down, right, left, anywhere, then we have to keep it as this thing. So once we again press it as F4, it will shift before this F, and this 26 before this 26 it's not fixed over there. So this formula only works when we work with this right drag or the left drag. But once we that once we keep changing this thing, relative reference will keep on changing. But in a simplest way, the thing is we can go over there and put a dollar sign in front of this f. This one will also work, and even we can add a dollar sign in front of this row number, as I mentioned here as before this 126. Once I do it and drag it down, it will work for each of the numbers that is associated with this. If suppose there was a suppose there are hundreds of number mentioned over there, so each and every time it would be mentioned like this, right? These are the things. Every time this +91 or whatever is mentioned inside the cell, it would be updated over here. So that's all for today. And in case you need any such assistant, or you this video looks a bit like this sort of thing, that uh, you do have some queries and you want to discuss it once more to understand a better way that how it works, what we discussed today, what are the things. And even if you don't understand through this video, we can connect over the Gmeet and discuss it further as well. Never hesitate to ask it again. Okay, just give a try to understand it, because this is the real life data, so we are not working with some sort of 2 3 tutorials over there that that will discuss you and give you a concept. This is a real, world scenario that where we are already habituated since a period. But this is the thing. I hope that it's clear to you, right? Okay, fine. Thank you so much for your time. Bye bye.